So Halo's been on the decline for a little bit now, and it's looking like Microsoft, they're attempting, and I'm not saying they're attempting, they've always attempting to, bring Halo up, put it in a better position, but it's looking like they're going above and beyond at this point. They've actually done something pretty key. Now I'm kind of confused on where it's going to go and what the results of it's going to be, but I want to talk about Halo in general today in this video. But guys, you guys know how it is. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this video. You can always subscribe to the channel for weekly content. Don't forget to go over there and follow me at Twitter at LordAddictILP. Without any further ado, let's talk about the state of Halo in 2022. What's going on, you guys? Gaming Ad here, coming at you for another video. We're going to be talking today about Halo. I know that a lot of you have a lot of different expectations of what Halo Infinite should be doing, what it should not be doing. It is a games as a service. I know even people such as myself have had issues with that because we're not really used to Halo being a games as a service. But this one is a games as a service, and one of the key questions I think everyone's asking is, when is the content going to start picking up? We have seen throughout the past couple months that it's been kind of dry over there on Halo currently. They actually delayed the season. It was a pretty long season. Now we're about to get season 2 of Halo Infinite, and it looks a little bit with some decent content, but when I looked at it, it was only like one map. I didn't feel like it was enough to justify the delay and enough to justify the lack of content. And it looks like Microsoft and Xbox is going to be amping up the amount of content that's coming out of 343 and Halo Infinite in general. And they're doing it to the point where they're actually bringing on another studio to help them do this. Now, I've reported in the past on a studio that is known as Certain Infinity, and for those of you that don't know the studio, they've actually helped with previous Halo titles, doing a job or two when it comes to the Halo franchise in general. And they're actually rumored to be working on a Monster Hunter like type of game that's going to be exclusive to the Xbox platform, and it's looking like they're actually pretty much joining with 343 to help in the future on making content for Halo Infinite. For those of you that know Halo Infinite, been following it for a while, you know that 343 kind of went out before the game was said, and that this is a 10-year plan. They're going to be working on this game for 10 years. And for people that play Destiny, you guys know that it's not as easy as people think to constantly make ongoing support for a studio or for a game through this amount of time. Destiny had a lot of learning curves, and sure, I think that Microsoft and 343 learned from some of the mistakes that Destiny made. They are making two different titles. One is Halo and one is Destiny, and one kind of revolves around an entire evolving, world such as Destiny, and the other one's revolving around PvP. Now, we don't really know what they're going to be doing with the PvE, the story of Halo Infinite. They haven't really went into a lot of expectations when it comes to stuff like that. Haven't given us a whole lot of information. Now, I'm confident we'll see in the next probably 6 months some form of trailer showing the next story expansion for Halo Infinite. We don't really know anything in terms of what that could be. We did see at the end of Halo Infinite there was a good spoiler going into that on what we might see next, but we don't know the type of content we're going to see, how big it is, and we really can't compare it to anything until 343 comes forward and give us more information on single player experiences that they're going to be giving us in Halo Infinite. And I'm curious to see exactly how they're going to handle that. But anyway, Certain Infinity posted on Twitter today, about 2 hours ago, "We've been part of the Halo franchise for more than 15 years, and we're honored to say we are deepening our relationship with 343 and been entrusted with further involving Halo Infinite in some new and exciting ways. Join us on our journey." And they're pretty much giving a link to careers and job openings that they have at Certain Infinity. It's been rumored that they're going to be working on some form of a new mode, like a unique mode to Halo Infinite. I'm hoping it's some kind of battle royale. Now, I do feel like Halo needs some form of battle royale to be competing with mainstream games such as Fortnite, Apex Legends, because I do think Arenas is very successful, and I think a lot of people love that type of gameplay. But if you want to compete with the hottest games on the market right now, the Warzone, the Fortnite, the Apex Legends, you're going to have the mode that is dragging people in there. And I've always said on this channel that Halo is the perfect game for a battle royale. You drop everyone down in ODST pods and you go out there and you find those guns, the BR, the AR. Maybe they'll have to make some uniques of that, and maybe they'll have to make it their own. Like maybe you start as an ODST and there'll be spots around the map where you can advance your soldier to a Spartan class. I don't know exactly how they would balance that, and I don't know exactly how you would have the gameplay revolving around from an ODST to a Marine, or from a Marine to a Spartan. It'll be kind of interesting to see how they do that. It'll be interesting to see if they separate them, where it's, you know, Battle Royale would be different from the actual multiplayer mode. I don't really necessarily agree with that. I feel like you should have them both in the same thing. If you really want to play the arena ones, you have the arena mode, and if you want to play the Battle Royale mode, you have the Battle Royale mode. I saw some leaks a few months ago that was showing like a red map, like a red circle shrinking on the pre-existing maps that's on Halo Infinite. I hope that's not it, because I don't feel like that's the type of Battle Royale that's going to push Halo Infinite forward. Does Halo Infinite need a Battle Royale? I wouldn't say they do, but I really think that it would help them compete with these other platforms and these other games. Now, as far as where the state of Halo is right now, I feel like it's in a bad place, but I don't think it's not savable. I'm confident that Halo and 343 can easily get this franchise where it used to be. Maybe not necessarily back in the 360 days, but at least where it was at launch on the Halo Infinite game. You guys got to remember that 343 nailed the most important part about Halo down. It was the gameplay. And if you got that foundation gameplay that everyone loves, everything else around it can be fixed. And I feel like because they got that gameplay right, they can easily get this game back on track, because people loved playing it. They just need content. And I personally feel like they needed, you know, hire some external help and go out there and remake the older maps from the previous Halos. Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3. I feel like a lot of people would come back if they play on Guardian, Haven from Halo 4, Guardian from Halo 3, you know, Lockout from Halo 2. These are key maps that a lot of hardcore Halo fans love. Get you about 10 of them, 10 old maps, put them on there, make them obviously with the newer tech, make them look nice, make them feel nice, and make them really go with the Halo Infinite gameplay, such as like the grappling hook and stuff. But I feel like if you actually go out and take your time and do that and make it drop with like some giant massive story content, so you can get the story Halo people back, and they're obviously probably going to try the multiplayer again. You can keep those people in that ecosystem, and you'll maybe adjust a little bit when it comes to the microtransactions. Hopefully this means Certain Infinity is really going to give some value when it comes to Halo Infinite and whatever this new mode's going to be. And I'm curious to see exactly how the future of Halo looks like. And you know, that's really my question to you guys, is what do you feel like the future of Halo is? Put it in the comment section below. I'm curious to hear your guys' opinion on Halo. And until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace.